Kita absen dulu. Oke, ada siapa aja? Halo Kesigang, welcome. Halo Asuha, welcome. Halo Claudi, kembali Lele. Hai, malam semua. Hari ini Lea mau main DDLC or for long Doki Literature Club. Halo Wakaza, welcome. Halo Robi, malam. Kembali Kesi. Malam Asuha. Met malam semuanya. Welcome. Halo Kak Leten, halo Gargogo, welcome. Hai, aku kembali. Hai, selamat kembali. Tadaima. Okaeri. Hari ini kita main Doki Literature Club. Cuman tadi sudah diberi warning ya. Katanya mungkin ada jump scare. Lea takut jump scare. Lea kira mungkin kayak cuman creepy doang. Karena gamenya cute. Berarti ya nggak apa-apa lah. Kita coba saja. Good night. Nanti deh. Good night Lea. Hai, good night. Halo Ansari, welcome. Kita main di DLC. Permisi, saya mau tanya lagi. Ada yang tahu? Silakan tanya ke orangnya. Karena Lea kurang tahu. Ini game apa Kak Lea? Ini game visual novel game gitu. Visual novel kayak jadi lebih ke story gitu ya dia. Dan ya gitulah kalau yang tahu visual novel game. Oke, kita langsung ke yang scene gamenya. Bentar ya, buka dulu gamenya. Tetap. Ya, Lea ingin mendapatkan waifu. I need some waifu, guys. Oke, kita ke scene gamenya dulu ya, bentar. Dan biar tidak nge-lag seperti biasa, dia harus tutup recordingnya. Hai. Kakak kangen aku kangen kalian semua. Aku kangen kalian semua yang Lele tadi. Halo Lea, halo Ken. Yo, welcome to the stream malam. Biasanya dia ngasih misi, jadi saya coba datang sini. Mungkin dia lagi di tempat lain. Tolong patuhi rules ya. Jangan terlalu kayak Lea bakal tetap berusaha menjawab, tapi kalau terlalu out of topic kemungkinan besar ntar Lele nggak jawab daripada kalian kena bohongan. Halo Kak Le, saya Mori subscriber bareng sama halo Mori Gadang, welcome to the stream. Thank you udah subscribe Lele. Semua belum pernah main VN saya. Ini mungkin akan menjadi VN pertama Lea juga. Nggak sih, Lea pernah main tapi nggak sampai selesai. Dan bukan VN ini. Partibung lagi, jangan dong. Panggilannya Kak Lea apa? Panggilan Kak Lea apa ya? Kalian bisa panggil Lea atau Lele. Oke. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Okay. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression might not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit. Oke, jadi ini warningnya dibilang katanya ini nggak cocok buat orang yang kayak mudah terganggu, punya anxiety atau depresi, penyakit mental yang mungkin bisa tertrigger. Jadi ya watch on your consequences. Dengan menontonlah dengan konsekuensi kalian masing-masing. By playing Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Yes, jadi harus di atas. Tapi Lea baru umur 2 tahun. But I'm still 2 years old. Well, 2 years old in dog age means like maybe I'm like Oke, ini ngomong-ngomong soal desktopnya masuk kan ya? Oke, soal desktopnya masuk. Oke, you agree guys? Penyakit mental. Ini bukan, tolong bahasanya, jangan tetap sopan ya. Tetap sopan ya, jangan ngomong yang aneh-aneh. Halo, tolong chatnya di. Suara oke. Ya, ini game cewek. Yes, oke, I agree. Look, lucu banget guys. Doki. Kekencengan nggak suara? Kekencengan ya kayaknya. Kita kecilin dikit lah. Oke, udah nggak gitu kencengan ya. Lagunya enak. Yes. Tan 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 tan. Tan 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 tan. Tan 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 tan. Tan 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 tan. Tan 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 tan. Taran taran tan taran taran. Jadi ini ada 4 cewek ya. Kalau Lea lihat dari trailernya ini yang rambut pendek coklat ini Sayuri, ini yang ponytail Monica, yang pink Natsuki, dan yang ungu Yuri kalau nggak salah. Oke, let's go. Wait, what? Hi, halo Agang, welcome to the stream. Just by listening to the BGM makes me shiver. Aku gak kuat nonton kayaknya nih. Nande. Kayak sering denger lagunya. Halo Marico, welcome. Selamat malam. Oke, kita mulai. Enter your name. Lea. Saya cara yang sendiri. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you have known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she is going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Kenapa suara saya kayak gini? Malam Ataya, welcome to the stream. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You said it like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Leia. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we are a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Leia, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club?
I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs.
That's me. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I did die at the thought of you becoming a need in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I will look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though.
Will you at least promise me you will try a little?
Yeah, I guess I will promise you that.
Yay! Cara main Valorant being shorter is the best. Bukannya Bu? Kak Lei kalau sempat kasih tahu bahasa Indonya ya. Oh iya, ada yang nggak bisa bahasa Inggris ya.
Yay, oke, ini intinya jadi si Sayori ini maksa kita untuk setidaknya tahun ini masuk ekstrakurikuler gitu. Tapi kitanya malas guys. Why do I let myself get lectured by a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I know I did catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you are even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own clubs.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know...
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah?
There is no way I'm going to your club.
Minnie?
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made topics and everything.
Don't make promise you can't keep! I can't tell if Sayuri is really that much of an airhead or if she is so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I will stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayuri across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayuri, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone! The new member is here!
I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayuri always says nice things about you. Seriously, you bought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Jeez. Ah, Leia! What a nice surprise! Welcome to the club!
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls!
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Wow, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Leia.
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come, sit down, Leia. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them! I will get them! Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Aku bakal pilih apa ya? Siapa ya?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As I mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a warp tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marched back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I'll follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcakes around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glance in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Arigato, Indonesia, Robi, arigato. Ntar deh bacanya buat yang donasi ya di akhir stream. Why are you thanking me? It's not like
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
Made them for you or anything.
I think you technically did. Sayori said.
Well, maybe. But not for you, no, you dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a wall tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know...
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literary club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know... To be honest, I can stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you are both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We will do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Leia, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read this past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on really passionate about her reading. She seemed to reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grabbed something I can relate to at minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, what is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. Hello Leia, hello Das, welcome to the stream. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles off behind Natsuki and put her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes. You
Wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels.
Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence.
The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sat in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri looks quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of your own. Then, next time we met, we will all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it!
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club.
Isn't that right, Leia?
Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we are back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and I lost my train of thoughts.
Oh Leia, hello Chiro, welcome!
All four girls stares back at me with dejected eyes.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought...
Leia...
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls! How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Alright. Okay, I've decided then. I will join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I will be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monika looks over at me once more.
Leia, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Leia, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
Halo Victoria, welcome to the stream. Kak Le, jangan lupa minum. Oh iya.
Thank you udah diingetin.
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I will have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I will just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most.
Oke guys, kita pilih apa? Sambil Lea baca chat. Leo, halo Leo, welcome. Halo Pon, welcome. Gak apa-apa, gak ada kata telat untuk datang ke stream Lea. Halo semua, welcome to the stream. Okay. Which should I pick? Essence, silly, faster, puppy, fun, pure, heartbeat, disaster, unrestrained cry.
Cause Leia is a puppy, I will pick puppy. I'm a puppy.
Ini kita pilih kata-kata yang kita suka aja ya.
Puppy, vanilla, play, telat.
Pain. Wait, why is Sayori happy with pain?
Perfect. Doki. Kawaii. Precious.
Wait, why is that so sad in this? Huh? Eternity? Wait. Papa? What? Nanti kalau ini ngaruh gak sih kita bikin ini? I'm scared now. Kok gak ada Monica sih tapi? Papa? Oh no! Papa. Fluffy. Firework. Wait, what? Unstable? Wait, what? Oh no! Go. Memories. Destiny. Kayaknya ini kita lagi bikin puisi gitu nggak sih ceritanya? Embrace. Love. Rain cloud. We take something else.
Hi again, Leia. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Leia. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst in the literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserved any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any club this year, unless you're two. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in a club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Safely defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Leo always give it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
Misinya apain kak? Misinya adalah kita ya bermain aja mengikuti ceritanya. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Leia can become good friends too.
Sayori.
Huh?
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori!
Huh? Me?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It will make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here. Doki, let's go. Hello, Ray. Welcome to the stream.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I will like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you! I will definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a chilly conversation in a corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slam down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the books Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We are probably gonna seem real lame compared to all the other clubs, though.
Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? Well, just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds.
That doesn't solve the problem though.
What do you mean?
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What is this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick?
What kind?
Well, I guess we could...
Cupcakes!
Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that.
You are right! Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly.
That wasn't why you suggested it, right?
Cupcakes makes my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa! I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry! Wait! Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club.
Does our school have napping club?
You are staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You will need to get used to it.
Don't say it so loud! I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true though.
Yeah, I know. You are always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's the problem! What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That is not very convincing. How many days these past weeks have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I ran my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There is more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
That is super mean!
Sorry, but you will thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you will change your mind.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does this kind of things.
Eh? Don't say that! You will make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever button it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boob got bigger again.
Don't say that out loud! Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Cyrus' blazer button up like that?
But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori has the unbuttons her blazer once more.
Phew! That's so much better.
Sayori puts her arm out and twists around.
So, if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you'd take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things!
Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine, fine. It's a deal.
I guess we are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so.
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori!
Oh, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?
Yay! Leia, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I felt to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trotted away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait!
Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sarah is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica is pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do same myself. Who should I show my poem first? Who should I pick, guys?
Cika Kameria, halo, welcome to the stream, Cika. Halo Vero, welcome to the stream. Oh no, kok bisa buffering? Halo Ruki, welcome to the stream. Natsuki, pilih Natsuki ya.
Who should we show the poem for Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, or Monica? Guys, kita pilih siapa? Untuk pertama kali kita kasih tunjuk. Saya Monica sama Monica. Ruki Monica. Monica. Oke, Monica. Oke, ada yang bilang Natsuki. Ada yang bilang Monica. Oke, lebih banyak Monica. Kita pilih Monica dulu berarti ya. Monica boleh lah. Oke, Monica. I shall start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort.
Hi Leia. Having a good time so far?
Oh, yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you are new and everything, if you ever have any suggestion for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I will keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Leia. We are all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we will all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you did think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either.
I'm sure I will end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles, but I will always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha! Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I will never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sound. But it's too late. My retinas are discolored with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Nani ko? Damn. Wait, emang poemnya ini sad kah? This is sad? No, this is not sad.
Halo Yuria, welcome to the stream.
That's deep. Hole in wall katanya. Hole in wall.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here is Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you are writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you will never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you will get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Oke, next kita kasih lihat siapa? Tadi ada yang bilang Natsuki, ada yang bilang Yuri. Mau Natsuki dulu atau Yuri atau Sayori? Jangan spoiler ya guys, please don't spoil me. Ada yang bilang Sayori, semuanya setuju Sayori? Everyone agree with Sayori? Okay, let's go with Sayori then.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Leia! I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer!
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Leia poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You are so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you are really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I will break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Leia. Deep down, you are not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I am not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she is part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah! And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you will read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Well, we will see about that.
Dear sunshine, the way you go through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could stay forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
I like your poem. Lucu poemnya si Sayori.
Cute,
like her. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monika's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki or Yuri? Which one should we pick? Natsuki or Yuri, guys?
どっちどっちがいいのどっちがいい
Natsuki or Yuri?
Dun, dun,
Wait, let me drink first.
Pilih siapa ya? Natsuki atau Yuri? Which one should we pick? Natsuki belakangan atau Yuri? Yuri Natsuki. Cap cip cup peladang kuncup kudalari di atas genteng. Natsuki. Okay. Well, it's about what I expected for someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
I will pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you will like it. Eagles can fly, monkey can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can sit, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits your heart. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
Oke, terakhir Yuri.
Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry.
I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words.
Hold on.
Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
So it's that bad?
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thoughts, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I did love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Close under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bet. Comes, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Keren poemnya. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I will be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Huh? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Leia. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I will have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced over the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they are just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes glance on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As if they read in tandem, I watch each of them expression change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the palm to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestion, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sarah really liked it, and Leia did too. So based on that, I will gladly give you some suggestion of my own. First of all,
Excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I have spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Leia liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you are just...
Yuri stand up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Leia appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly kissy.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Leia started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... That doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys!
Suddenly both girls turned toward me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Leia, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should come out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain to her, Leia. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Leia?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they will probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... Hello Abigail and Myla. Welcome to the stream.
Who should we pick?
Bentar, kalian tentukan, aku mau ke toilet sebentar ya.
I'm back. Halo, welcome yang baru datang. Welcome to live stream. Oke. Help me Sayori. Oke, kita pilih Help me Sayori.
Help me, Sayori! Natsuki! Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turned to Yuri. Yuri! But Yuri's expression is so defensive that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friends feel like this?
Leia. Well, that's our problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings to our conflict. Yeah, unless everyone will tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She will never! It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki! Yuri! You guys are my friends! I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting?
Yeah, you go, girl, Sayori!
Because, well, also, Natsuki is cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I will make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more.
Okay everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun!
Well, I did say it was worth it.
It was alright, well, mostly.
Leia, how about you? Yeah, I did say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome! In that case, we will do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poem will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I know to myself with newfound determination.
Leia! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
And?
Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
Eh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No! That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they didn't make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Leia, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hadn't caught on the kind situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We will just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay!
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, let's make another poem.
Let's make... Yes, we need to make another poem. Kita harus buat lagi. Kita... Gak ada tema. Mari kita bikin sensation. Promise. Questions.
Halo Suha, come back.
Kalau gitu visual gitu. Visual. Gak tau, Lea pilih kira-kira aja. Childhood. Not gone. Pleasure. Unstable. Love. Desire. Tears. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, Leia!
Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood, but I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Eh? Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill on the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the clubroom. So either you are not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there is one more thing. You are always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option.
Wow! I give up! Don't make me feel guilty!
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Leia to let me borrow some money.
Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book.
I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
There's no way you could think that.
You were right though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution.
Retribution.
That!
Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you! Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me some more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles on the desk.
Oh, what was it? A cookie.
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution.
Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Haha! Natsuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy!
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it! Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good! Oh!
Sayori suddenly claps her hand over her mouth.
I bit my tongue!
You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez! Beggars can be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm very happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her.
Oh.
Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Eh?
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the clubroom.
Where is Monica anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You didn't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. She is probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true. Excuse me?
Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
There you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What helped you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano.
Piano?
I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
No, I don't really.
I kind of just started recently. I have always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica.
Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
Yay! That sounds cool!
I did also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Leia.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry.
I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I did really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, not really. I choose to live out Sayori's mischievous escape. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaked another glance at me, and our eyes met for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. I was just focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book that you gave me, right?
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I will definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down.
It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What is it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by those people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Leia? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they are made out to be naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. And I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you are passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's all literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I stepped into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I opened the book and started the prologue. I still understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds her left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we are huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Eh?
To turn the page.
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right?
I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do.
Since you have been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she will do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they are kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Leia, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's time we share these points with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri released her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I will do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I will read a little more today. It will be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's a good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright! I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
Permisi, halo Ritin, welcome to the stream. Minum dulu, oke minum dulu.
Abis yang day ini kita end stream dulu.
Kita pilih siapa ya? Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, Monika.
Which one should we show our poems first for the second day?
Which one? Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, Monika.
Seperti tadi urutannya. Maybe.
Lele, halo Benjeli, welcome to the stream. Pilih siapa ya?
Kayak tadi lagi kah? Atau mau urutannya beda? Monika dulu. Oke, Monika dulu. Yuri atau Monika dulu nih? Mau mana? Nggak tahu, Leia kan belum pernah main. Yuri, karena dia Iya, Leia juga belum pernah main. Yuri, oke, Yuri then.
Let's see what you have written for today.
Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Leia,
How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty.
I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I afford that patience to her.
Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess.
Memangnya poem yang kita pilih itu ngaruh? Harusnya sih ngaruh ya.
But seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
Are you saying you have never shared your writing before?
Yuri nods.
Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. If it's with you.
The raccoons.
It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendency as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, and my subconscious, well aware of the consequence, well aware that a raccoon that is fat will always come back for more. The enticing body of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread was hungry, curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments a pace and reflects that much more light of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistened in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I sliced the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon became excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotion onto the newly set-aside animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me excitement, a rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feel myself again. I feel myself. I slice the bread and I feel myself. What? Hello boy, welcome, Yuri. Okay. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotion through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Wow, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Leia?
Well, yeah, I guess I do.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that.
The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I didn't learn to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener.
Oke, selanjutnya siapa yang kita harus pilih? Who should we pick next? Who should we pick next, guys? Sayori, Natsuki, or Monica for our second choice. Natsuki? Natsuki? Pilih Natsuki? Pilih Leia aja. Yummy yo. Monica? Monica atau Natsuki? Monica or Natsuki? Kita cap cip cup belalang kuncup kuda lari di atas genteng. Oke, Monica.
Hi again, Leia. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I will take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you are applying yourself. Maybe soon you will come out with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright! Great job, Leia!
I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expression low. That way it always comes when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair.
Well, I guess it's work anyway. You know that you realize this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. You realize that readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. But allowing people to get something out of it just by feel or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuance. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. You keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look.
Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a cardboard on a turntable, like playing finely on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me.
It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never say that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they are trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though.
Sometimes asking what what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here is Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes you will find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Oh damn, should we save now? Kita belum ada nge-save. Ya udahlah kita save kan.
Natsuki. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either.
Phew. Huh?
Phew, what?
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I will take as a win. And I get the feeling you are probably the most critical.
Hey, what makes you? Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognize my experience. Well done, keep practicing and maybe you will be as good as me someday.
That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayuri's poem from yesterday.
Huh? You think so? Yeah, well, I
guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Sayuri has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone.
Natsuki, you are rude.
Not mad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they are being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you are afraid if people find out that it make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what people like as long as they are not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today.
Huh? Did you say Yuri?
Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things.
Really? Well, I mean, Yuri is pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's nothing wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her on anything.
Natsuki has trouble finding words.
I guess I should try not to be so mean to her if she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday, but the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson.
Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she will appreciate the message in her poem.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotion is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it.
Last one is Sayori.
Let's go, Sayori. Oh! I like this one, Leia. It has some nice feelings in it.
I'm glad. Still though, your tone makes it sound like you like yesterday's poem better.
I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good.
Well, don't try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it.
No, I still like this one, I promise. You know I wouldn't lie to you, Leia. Never, ever!
Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one then?
Well, I'm not really good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I will try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet! Yeah! I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad?
I can see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little raincoat in your head, the sad poem can help give the raincoat a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Leia. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Funny. Halo Ruki, Sayori.
By the way, mau protes selamat adalah setiap komunitasnya.
Thank you, arigato. Bottles. I pop up my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts in bottle all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle I started to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way, Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secret hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blew out of my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends took from my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry that they want my bottle that much. I frantically pulled them from the shelf, one after the other, hauling them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the flower. They were supposed to be for my friends, and my friends who aren't smiling. They are all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head.
Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did! Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a lot, and I've been really in touch with my friends recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helped me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah! Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sarah's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic.
Okay, everyone. We are all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put anything good in just a few days. We will just end up embracing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That is a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparation. Don't worry so much. We are going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I have designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we are actually going to be doing for that event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We are going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we are going to having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we are also going to let anyone else come out and recite poems too. Sayori is putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare out of time. Sayori was been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they are coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poem with anyone until just a couple days ago? It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry.
But I still think we should give it our best. We are the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we will be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
That's right. And it's those reasons that we are all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any argument left.
Okay, fine. I guess I will just have to get it over it. Alright!
Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glanced around at everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri!
This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Oh gosh,
You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We are going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way! Monica! This is too sudden!
Well, if you can recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect it to do it in front of strangers?
No.
Don't worry. I will start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to play emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayuri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finished the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica!
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayuri?
I will go next! Wow! Yuri for double sudden!
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper within her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri answers a glance at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri!
It is called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in a structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the reeling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she is finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself.
I
It's up to me to save this situation. I am the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Looks like Yuri is done for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one called My Middle. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you are reciting to other people. Imagine you are reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it will come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew true and true. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Leia liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be the other poems wouldn't work out as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you are reading.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I've been practicing that kind of thing.
It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone.
Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know?
Okay!
Now, who is next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Leia. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway.
Might as well let Leia lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki.
It's fine. I might as well get it over it. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... What? Why are you all looking at me?
Because you are presenting.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she is still a little unenthusiastic, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bunch up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Well, do you at least feel prepared now to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming though. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I will be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you will be reciting.
Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm very pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I would like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish writing tomorrow and then we will have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this.
Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayuri and Monica, but I will do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I will have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayuri?
Yep! Look at you two always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Leia, you don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayuri once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayuri is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayuri?
Sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean...
Sayuri fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You are kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... Oh no, which one should I pick?
Halo Rene, welcome to the stream. Thank you. Halo yang numpang lewat. Thank you Magia, arigato.
I would walk home with you. I would still walk home with Sayuri. Well, let's tetap walk home with Sayuri sih, cause she is our childhood friend gak sih? Leia will I will still walk home with Sayuri. Are you guys okay with that? I hope you guys are okay. I like Sayuri. Sayuri, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri?
But she's so beautiful and smart.
Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, she always seems to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You are so silly, Leia. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it so.
Sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can figure you out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayuri to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time?
Oke, kita selesain di sini dulu, guys. Let's end it here. Last and is here today. Thank you for coming to live stream today. Otsulele. Kita lanjut besok Lea juga bakal lanjut stream Doki Literature Club lagi. Sekitar jam 9. Kalau kenapa jam 9? Soalnya Lea belum tahu Lea bisa nggak kalau stream jam 8. Kalau misalnya jam 8 Lea bisa stream, Lea bakal percepat streamnya jadi jam 8 kayak biasa. Jadi besok kita bakal lanjut lagi, oke? Otsulele, hai Otsulele Mina. Jangan kecapean, thank you Asuha. Kalian juga jangan kecapean, thank you yang udah nemenin, thank you juga yang udah datang. Konban lele, Otsulele, arigato. Info di Discord aja, Le. Oke, ntar Le juga pasti info kok di Discord. Otsulele udah ngeharem. Hai. For now sih kita belum dapat jam scare apa ya. Cuman kayak ya, we will see tomorrow then. Yamina tata, Otsulele, bye. Kita udahi dulu. Kali ini nggak ketiduran. Tumben. But ya, semoga kalian suka sama voice actingnya Lea. Dan ya, kalian akan menemani Lea lagi besok untuk bermain Doki Literature Club. Jamina. Jane. Mata ashita. Ayasumi. Thank you. Kalau misalnya ada saran atau apa bilang aja ya guys. I will really appreciate it. Lea bakal senang banget kalau misalnya kalian udah kritik saran. Just give it to me. Okay then. Bye. Ayah cumi. Jangan lupa istirahat. Lea mau istirahat dulu. Dadah. Oh iya, seperti biasa jangan lupa untuk like, subscribe, dan share ke sanak saudara kalian. Jangan lupa di subscribe. Bye. Ya. 1, 2, 3. Iya, udah selesai. Mau ketemu lagi besok.